What's going on, everybody, and welcome back to Comic Breakdown. In this video, we are jumping into the final issue of Flashpoint Beyond. Geoff Johns is finally bringing this story to a close, and I've got to say, this is probably my favorite thing coming out of DC Comics right now. I am very excited for what comes next. And for you to know what comes next, you're gonna have to stay through all the way to the end of the video, not giving anything away in the beginning, because Geoff Johns, he is setting up the next story arc. He is setting up what comes next. There has been a lot going on in this. We see more or less the rebirth of the Flashpoint universe as Thomas Wayne struggles to get rid of this world, to erase it. He knows that it's not supposed to be. That is when he learns the awful truth. The killer that he has been chasing down, the one known as the Clockwork Killer, it has been his own wife. In the Flashpoint universe, Martha, she is the Joker. And so as Thomas Wayne, as our Batman and our Joker have their last standoff, we have Rip Hunter and Bruce Wayne. Their standoff is just beginning. So make sure you guys are subscribed to the channel. Make sure you like this video. And with that being said, let's dive into this breakdown. Alright guys, so we are picking up with issue number 6, the final issue to this amazing run. This miniseries has been tons of fun, and it starts us off with our Time Master, Rip Hunter, showing up, letting Bruce Wayne know it is time to stop, because Bruce Wayne has been manipulating hypertime, this snow globe that Bruce Wayne had activated, stolen from the time lab, but also stealing the watch. Both the watch and the snow globe, they are imbued with chronal energy. This energy is what is connected to Dr. Manhattan. This makes the snow globe and the watch temporal talismans, capable of not only capturing but containing Flashpoint, a timeline that was never supposed to exist. It now lives inside this snow globe. Now Batman, he's telling Rip Hunter it is time for you to leave, to take Corky and get out of here, because this time you don't want to challenge me. And Rip Hunter tries to let him know that he understands this is extremely personal for him, but imprisoning Flashpoint inside the globe is just waiting for a tornado to let loose inside of a jelly jar. It is only a matter of time before this thing shatters. Not only that, Thomas Wayne is rejecting it. He is rejecting the timeline. This is causing it to go chaotic. And then there is the truth that he didn't know about his mother. This has only made things worse. And so as the Time Masters go in for the globe, Bruce Wayne grabs hold of it, grabbing it and the watch before the Time Masters can take it away. This is where Batman's fight begins, and we are taken inside the Flashpoint. Thomas Wayne sitting here with Martha. She has just divulged her plan to go back in time, having a time sphere. Thomas Wayne has just learned all of the evil truth, learned that she is the Clockwork Killer. She is the one responsible for killing Barry Allen after Psycho Pirate had let her in on Bruce Wayne's alternate timeline. She wants to take both of them back to that night, to that alleyway with Bruce Wayne and Joe Chill. She wants to go back in time and save their son, saying that she swore an oath, death do us part, and she is going to see through, to erase their past existence of grief and emptiness, to end all of their suffering. They know now how to fix this broken universe. Extending out her arm, we see Thomas Wayne get up, and Martha goes in for a kiss. Thomas Wayne finds himself at a point of hesitation, not being able to look past all the people she murdered, Barry Allen, his employees. But the truth is, Thomas Wayne has been going on this entire time about how none of this matters, that this world doesn't matter, and so those lives lost, they don't matter as well. This is when we see Mrs. Dent off in the corner, the Two-Face of the Flashpoint universe, having young Dexter Dent at gunpoint. She is ready to destroy it all, letting Martha and Thomas know that they are gonna go through with this, because she refuses to live this life any longer. As we pick back up with our Time Hunters and Bruce Wayne, Bruce Wayne is letting Rip know that he is not gonna allow his father to be killed yet again. Hunter is really concerned about the fabric intertwining with everything else. What Rip Hunter wants to do is release the Flashpoint universe and reintegrate it with hypertime, to let let his father finally rest, letting Batman know that if you don't help me, I will punish you in the past, in the present, and in the future. Meanwhile, the Flashpoint world, it is suffering tremendously. It looks like maybe somebody is coming back to life. It could be Barry Allen, his body vibrating as they do an autopsy. We have the son of Saturn, joined by the sentience of Magic, Wonder Woman, and her Amazons. They are all facing off against one another. If this were not enough, there are millions of Kryptonians that are now headed directly for Earth. It appears as if this planet, it is doomed regardless of what happens. Taking us back over to both Martha and Thomas. She is saying that this planet, it is doomed. This planet is born out of grief, out of loss, out of failure. And so the only thing that we can truly do is rescue everybody. But this is when Dexter, he asked Thomas Wayne, what will happen to me? Am I going to die? And this is what puts Thomas Wayne in pause. As Bruce Wayne goes against the Time Hunters, Corky taking the raccoon that was on top of his head, we learn that that is a living raccoon attacking Batman. This gives Rip Hunter the opportunity to grab the snow globe. It appears that Rip Hunter is about to destroy the Flashpoint universe. As Thomas Wayne and Dexter continue their conversation, he tells Dexter that he would have never died. It will be as if he never lived. This is when Thomas tells Martha to stop. And while she says none of this matters, no one will ever know the difference. He knows, Thomas Wayne knows that someone will. Someday, somehow, somebody is going to know that we didn't have a choice. That night in the alleyway with Joe Chill, the cards fell as they fell. But right now, right here, we have a choice. Martha, unable and unwilling to choose Dexter over her own son. Thomas Wayne has to. He goes in to stop Two-Face. That is when Mrs. Dent hits the button. There is a giant explosion. The time sphere is destroyed, with Mrs. Dent just absolutely losing it. She starts unloading her pistol, getting ready to turn it on little Dexter. That is when Martha interferes. Not even sure what she is doing herself, she grabs that pistol from her, and she takes out Two-Face, putting a couple rounds directly into her head, telling Dexter that she realizes that was probably a touch traumatizing, but his life has been saved. The three of them being able to make it out of the burning building. As they overlook the destruction, it begins to snow. As Martha and Thomas hold the hand of young Dexter, a new era is now upon them. That is where we pick up with Rip Hunter and Batman. Looking at the snow globe, the lights have gone out. This is when Rip Hunter, he recognizes that he is wrong. Thomas Wayne proved everybody wrong. The globe has stabilized, even with a living paradox imprisoned inside of it. Bruce Wayne had gambled the entire universe on his father accepting the Flashpoint world without Bruce Wayne, accepting a world where Bruce Wayne dies in that alleyway. The reason he believed this is because of the letter that Thomas Wayne had wrote to Batman, that had wrote to Bruce Wayne. And now in this new universe, with Flashpoint reborn and now safe, it took Thomas Wayne being able to accept it, accept that Bruce Wayne has died, and move forward, with young Dexter taking up the mantle of Robin, with Martha imprisoned inside the Batcave, not only for other safety, but for her safety as well. The world doesn't know that Martha is alive. They didn't know that she was the Joker or Clockwork Killer, because Thomas Wayne, he is more focused on the Kryptonian invasion that is currently ongoing. The warships have arrived over the skies, all across the globe. Heroes around the world are gathering for the battle as Batman and Robin, they head out into the fray. Picking up with our Time Hunters, very upset that Batman was able to get away with doing this. But Rip Hunter, he is going to punish Batman by not letting him know what is about to happen. He says that he is going to have his hands full with his mother Hunter's family. His punishment will be getting no warning at all. But Rip Hunter does believe that the Flashpoint universe, the globe, is currently more safe inside the Batcave than it is at the Time Lab because their time capsules have failed. The 13 have been pulled back into history. It is currently rebuilding around them even now as we speak. The 13 being Molly Pitcher, Ladybug, Salem the Witch Girl, Cherry Bomb, John Henry Jr., the Golden Age Red Lantern, Judy Garrick, the Harlequin Sons, the Golden Age Aquaman, Quiz Kid, the Golden Age Legionnaire, and the Golden Age Mr. Miracle, with Rip Hunter praying that they reintegrate back into the 1940s without any incidents. Rip Hunter is currently focused on nostalgia, the woman known as Cleopatra Pack, the one obsessed with the Watchmen. Today she turns 16 years old, and while most kids are busy learning how to drive, she is trying to get the attention of a god, messing with things that she doesn't quite understand. She is out here, and she is looking for the Watchmen, and that will be the end of this issue. So let me know what you guys think down in the comments. Flashpoint Beyond has hands down probably been one of my favorite things to come out of DC Comics this year. They definitely started it off with us not really understanding what is going on, but by the 6th issue, it really brings everything to a close. Bruce Wayne had gone out of his way to try to save his father's life. After everything that happened on Justice League Incarnate, Thomas Wayne found himself back inside the Flashpoint universe. Unbeknownst to him, what he had to do was accept this world. Accept a world where Bruce Wayne does not live. This is the only way that Flashpoint would be able to stabilize. This is the only way that it would be allowed to exist. And while him not accepting this could have destroyed the very fabric of Earth Zero, it could have intertwined with Hypertime and destroyed everything. Both Martha and Thomas Wayne, they were able to overcome their grief. They were able to move on, to move forward, and in turn, they saved an entire universe. A universe that is still very much in threat because they are currently in the midst of a Kryptonian invasion. I almost guarantee that we are going to be seeing more from the Flashpoint universe. Moreover, we have Nostalgia. She is out here trying to find the Watchmen. The Watchmen easily being one of my favorite things. I am very excited to see what comes next for that, because the last time we saw Dr. Manhattan, I believe his powers were imbued into a young boy and he was put and hidden away on an Earth. Does this mean that we're gonna have the return of Dr. Manhattan, of the Comedian, of Rorschach? Is she going to be able to find these heroes? Where are they going to be, and how are they going to play their part moving forward? Let me know your thoughts, let me know your theories. If you would like to get caught up on everything that happened with Flashpoint Beyond, be sure to check out the link in my description as well as the top of this video. It will get you completely caught up on everything going on with this series. If you would like to support the channel, you can always do so by joining the channel membership, much like Patreon, having 5 different tiers from $1 to $50, from loyalty badges to getting free comics every single month. Not only are you helping out the channel tremendously, but you are getting tons of perks in the process. Now, if you are unable to do that, do me a favor, subscribe to the channel, like this video, hit that notification bell, and with that being said, until the next breakdown.